So this week is CinemaCon week, and also not only is CinemaCon week, but also I just want to let all you guys know that I am going to be filming a lot this week, because actually I got this many days off, from Wednesday to Saturday of not this week, but actually next week. So anyways, I just wanted to tell you that. So with that being said, in this video, what the main subject is actually it's CinemaCon week, which means I'm gonna be talking about CinemaCon stuff and only CinemaCon stuff only. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be on X a lot, and also a lot of other people are gonna talk about it. So talk about why not. So today we got some updates that actually there is gonna be footage that's gonna be showing for Spider-Man Brand New Day, which may lead to an actual, maybe a full-length trailer, or just like a scene or something that we may see, or just something, because the last thing that we all have seen was the teaser, which I felt horrible for not doing a trailer reaction video for it, but I actually did like that actually. But still, I am gonna do the full-length trailer. So if that is what is gonna be kind of coming out in the whole 9 yards. So with that being said, let's get started. And before you do, the banner of my channel, guys, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. And with that being said, let's get into it. So these are things that I think that each of the studios are going to talk about. And again, I'm not going to talk about all the studios. I was going to talk about maybe like one or two of them, or three of them, stuff like that. So anyways, starting out with Sony, they have brought something out yesterday saying that there's an announcement for actually Beyond the Spider-Verse. And I can see why. Because I actually had a thought if the Spider-Verse characters were in the likes of Avengers Doomsday. So it's maybe something like that, which would be awesome. Which means that in some way, that these films are part of the greater MCU, if that kind of makes sense. Kind of like the only TASM film that everybody will touch and go likes, and that is TASM 1, one of the best Spider-Man films ever, and also the Tobey films as well. So anyways, that is one of the things that I think that is going to be talked about. And again, if that's true, I have a list of characters that should go to each of the films, but the ones that they have been using a lot in the likes of, all three films. And, it just makes sense that way. So, but that's it for a different time in a different video. But I want to know if that is one of the things that they would say about Beyond the Spider-Verse. But for the likes of Brand New Day, I think, I don't know if this will be the best time to actually bring out the full-length trailer, because I think it was somewhat recently, but I don't know when. But actually, we all recently saw the teaser. So I just didn't know how long that we should wait until we do get that, because the movie doesn't come out until July. And again, we don't have that long until July. So it might be possible to reveal that, or just something about the film, like anything regarding to if there is the quote unquote confirmed Sadie Sink that would be Jean Grey, or not, like kind of like make that as some kind of an announcement and all that stuff, because this film is not just a Sony film. This is a Marvel Studios film, so most likely they can say something's about the film, but also I would like to hear what Kevin Feige's gonna say about the film too, because it's also released now from Marvel as well. So yeah. And then another thing is actually what Marvel is going to be talking about, because also with all the little things that has come out even before the idea of CinemaCon give us those dates, as you guys saw that video or not. If you haven't, go ahead. It's already been up there when I told you about the dates on when CinemaCon would start and also would end. But actually, I think they are gonna reveal some things, like maybe some stuff from like Wonder Man season 2, because they already had greenlit that kind of recently. That's one thing that they can talk about. Maybe some things were for like Doomsday, maybe, because they don't have a lot of stuff coming out next year. Yeah, they can talk about what's happening with Born Again season 3, because I have seen some things about that and how huge it's gonna be for Defenders fans, because we may see the likes of all other of those characters in that one show. Third season, so yeah. And again, Brad Winterbaum said that actually that he wants multiple seasons for Daredevil. So, and I kind of want Brad to do his own thing with that, and not to canonize these shows into the newer MCU, if that kind of makes sense. When you get Brad's Daredevil with Charlie Cox, then you get the MCU's Daredevil. It's kind of, eventually I do want to see the street level characters at some point, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. And finally, we just got Disney, as Disney Pixar, or just Disney in general. So, I think, I saw some stuff at a couple of standees at the location that is at CinemaCon. So I saw something for the live action Moana, which I would want to know what's going on with that. I have seen the first Moana, and it's actually really good. And I really do not want Disney to mess this one up, because again, I love Dwayne Johnson. I do. I cannot wait to see what he does in this as Maui. But you know, and then also we got Incredibles 3. That is looking like a 2028 release. Um, which I have been seeing a lot of Pixar stuff on there. Uh, you got that, and Disney can talk about that. And yeah, I am gonna be watching Disney's panel. But for Disney Pixar, um, I think that they're gonna bring some stuff out for Toy Story 5, which would be cool. And yeah, so that's mainly kind of like my predictions, if you kind of know what I mean, on what some of these studios are going to be, talking about, and you know, stuff like that. It's kind of like going to say what Universal is going to be talking about, like stuff for like Shrek 5, which I would love to know that, because they've had several release date changes. So, and I hope that they stick with the one they have already. So, there you go. So, yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching this one. And again, like I said, this is just my predictions. It's not confirmed because we don't know what is going to happen throughout of this week, and also today with Sony as they present their panel and all the whole 9 yards.